In this video I want to explain why real estate agents and real estate brokers are having so much trouble getting great ad returns and with their digital marketing, and they've got this completely wrong, and virtually every major brand is doing it wrong. Okay, some of the little players are starting to do it right because they're reaching out and consulting, but the big brands are doing it wrong. So let's dive in and take a look. So let's say, for example, you drive past this property, okay, and so you're driving past that street address and you want to try and find that property. So what are you going to do, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the for sale sign, and often they might not even have the address on the for sale sign. So that makes it even harder for a start. So you're going to type in, say, LJ Hooker Port Macquarie into Google or something like that. And if you're lucky, Google's going to bring up LJ Hooker Port Macquarie, which you'll be able to click on straight away. If you're not lucky, it's going to take you to the main LJ Hooker page, and then you're going to have to look for the Port Macquarie office. So then you're going to arrive something like this, and you're going to put in, say, Port Macquarie, buy, residential, and you're going to search. And then you're going to start, what's going to tend to happen is they're going to have featured listings first, or most expensive listings first. So let's try and narrow it by saying that it's a unit and an apartment, because it was 10 slash, just go back to the listing, it was 10/37 Pacific Drive. Okay, and we don't, at this stage we don't know how many beds it is because we've just seen the sign out the front. We don't know the price, and we may be able to use some of those, but I doubt it. Okay, so now we've got 13 results to dig through. So that's not it. That's not it. Got the addresses. That's not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. That's the same building, I think. We're after unit 10. Not it. Not it. Okay, so that's actually it there, 10137, but you can see how long it takes, you know, and that was actually, compared to some of the other ones that I just searched in the lead up to this video, that was actually a very easy one to find. But it still took around about, say, 2 minutes. But even if we do find it, look what happens. Okay, so the buyer comes in here. Let's assume this is on the actual website for LJ Hooker. And there's the a photo there. You've got the map. You've got all the property details here. I can view the floor plan and other photos. So let's just take a look. Okay, so I'm flicking through the photos. Okay, now I'm reasonably interested, but I haven't had to do anything, and that estate agent now doesn't even know that I clicked on this. Yeah, sure, their Google Analytics might tell them that they had 10 page visitors today or something like that. But as far as they're concerned, they didn't get any lead out of that, and it was difficult for me to find. Right? So let's have a look at how it should be done so that it's easy for the client and the estate agent can capture the lead. So the first thing is this. What you want to do is you want to use some type of messenger bot. Okay, now we've set up a website called info2me.com, which is specifically aimed at selling this service to real estate agents, right? So that they can get on with selling properties, and we just do the details for them. But I want you to watch what happens. So here's what we do is we put a code on the sign out in front of the property. It's a very easy URL to type in, something like info2me.com/ and then they get a unique code for the agent for a bunch of properties. Now I'll tell you why we do that in a sec, rather than a unique code for the property. So the person drives along, they see that, they think, oh wow, what is that? And instead of having to go on Google search it and go through that painful process like I just showed you, what they do is they punch in the code, and it brings them to a landing page like something like this. Now we just basically have an arrow and a button, and that's the only option they have. Then they click on that and watch what happens. That sends it straight to their messenger. So you should hear my iPad, which I've got nearby, ping. I'll just make sure the volume's right up. Okay, Sorry, just turned it all the way down. Now, we click send a messenger, and bang, there it is. Now, I have details for that property on my iPad or on my phone or whatever I'm parked out the front with. Now let's take a look at what those details might look like. Okay, so here's the demo on the website, so let's just have a look. They punch in info.me.com and the little URL. It says sent a messenger. This arrives a messenger. They now have the details of those properties. They can click on more info or inquire now. When they click more info, they get more details of the property. Okay, they can browse and they click inquire now. And they are now in contact with the agent, okay, and they can call or they can say please call me and put in their details. And we now have a captured lead. Now it gets even better than that because the person interacted with Messenger and Messenger is linked to your Facebook page, you can go into the Facebook page app and you can actually see this whole conversation, and if you want to click on it you can actually start engaging with the customer right there. Okay, so it's the perfect lead magnet for all real estate agents. Now, if we just take a look back here, why we served up 10 properties, the reason we served up 10 properties is because what we wanted to do, it's way faster than searching through a website, right? So what we wanted to do was give them 10 properties, so you can either have them as, say, 9 with 3 rows of 3, or you can have 10 with 2 rows of 5. Now, the reason we do that is that way we don't have to give every agent so many unique codes. But the real reason we do it is what we want to do is serve up this customer not only the property that they've asked about, but I just got to turn this iPad down, but we also want to serve them up the details of similar properties in their area, so that we've now engaged with them, and if they want to click through, say, 4 properties before they contact us, we can see that they've clicked through 4, and our lead comes to us warmer, more ready, more informed. They've got the information they want in a very fast and easy way, and we now have the lead. Okay? Now, let's take a look at another quick way that real estate agents are doing it wrong. So what they're doing is they're just sending people straight to these pages, and there's no lead capture here. Look, okay, where's the email opt-in? Okay, what about a different scenario? What about if instead of advertising the old way, they did something like this? Right? So what about if they did something like this and they had a Facebook ad with a carousel and feature-rich images that are going to be really nice? So you get a new listing, and you spend $50 or $100 blasting the ad out to your local area, and instead of saying click through to this website here or this one here, they all do the same thing. I'm not bagging them, right? They're all the same, If you look at all these websites, they basically all work the same way. They're outdated, right? But what about if instead of doing that, we had them, so we entice them with the information here, we grab their attention with feature-rich images. Okay, we use a multi-image ad like this that I've just designed in a graphic design program, and then instead of sending them to our web page, we give them a link to a download page. Now, why do we do that? Because again, we want to capture the lead. So we say, hey, we've got this brand new property, and before we even put it on the website, what we do is we throw together a PDF for it, and the only way they can get information on this from this ad is to click that download button. And when they hit that download button, that's then going to take them to a page like this, where the only thing on this page is a picture of the house they're interested in, which also, and notice it's the exact same picture that was in the ad, so we get congruency, there's no nasty surprises for them, okay? And then they straight away go, oh, yeah, that's the one I'm after, and what option do they have? Okay, there's no information. You want the information, you put in your details, and we now have the lead. Now, that could be an email opt-in like this, where they get the information by a PDF, or we could use one of our demo buttons like we used over here, and have them click and to have it sent a messenger, or we could have both. There's no reason why we can't have both. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and added in that option. And so if you want to have both, I mean, that's just a simple case of adding the messenger button there. So why should agents do this? Because agents are really good at marketing a property, but the two things that they're terrible at is delivering concise information immediately about that property to the prospective buyer. So a lot of them drive past the property, see the sign, and they've gone cold by the time they find the information, unless they're a really, really hot buyer. The second reason is estate agents or brokers do a terrible job of marketing themselves. Okay, they think putting a sign writing on their car, or pumping out some brochures with their name and face on it, or volunteering, and they're all good things to do, but capturing these leads is what it's all about. If you want to promote and market yourself heavily, then what you have to do is capture the leads from the hot buyers and from the medium buyers when they want information on these properties, so that you can immediately start engaging with them.